These three women saved my life. And in this video, there's one woman in particular that I want to give a lot of recognition to. Her name is Dr. Melissa Loja. She's a vascular access surgeon at North Bay. Again, another North Bay doctor. But Dr. Loja has performed more surgeries on my access than I can't even count how many. There's been so many. The significance of this is that if my access isn't working, because I do hemodialysis at home, I do hemodialysis when I'm in the clinic. If my access isn't working, then I cannot do dialysis. And because of her expertise and her exceptional skill and professionalism, she has saved me on multiple occasions. She is an incredible surgeon. She prioritizes me when I need my access worked on. She always gets me in as soon as possible. And I trust Dr. Loja implicitly. Outside of her, I don't really like other people touching my access. I've had that happen before and it didn't turn out well. Because of her intelligence and her ingenuity, she came up with an idea to put a cow valve in my arm. My new graft is like this, except this is a bovine valve now, not synthetic. In order to fit that new graft in my arm, she had to remove the old graft entirely. Like I said, the old graft was synthetic. This is organic. Now there's benefits to that. Like it self-seals. It has more consistency with an actual vein. The pressures are much better, as I've stated. And it just overall works better. It feels like a vein to the touch, and this is the progression of the graft once I got it. And it's working incredibly. Far better than the synthetic grafts that I had in the past. And that was a choice that she made because she could see how difficult it was to have a synthetic graft for me. Because of her great service as a surgeon and a doctor, I would put Dr. Loja up against anybody. This is how you know that your graft is working good. Now, my blood flow rate right here is 400, which is pretty high. But my pressures are all good. All these pressures are where they're supposed to be. Now, if the graft wasn't working properly, the venous pressure and the arterial pressure would be through the roof. And if your pressures are too high, it can damage your graft. And that's not what you want. So when I say that Dr. Loja is incredible, that's exactly what I mean. Because that's how much Dr. Loja means to me. And that's how much she's helped me continue to live. Without her help, without her understanding of the seriousness of my graft being able to work, I would be hospital bound. I would be sick all the time. So there's no words that I could say to thank Dr. Loja enough for everything that she's done for me to help me get closer to transplant. She's a great surgeon. She's great with her follow-up. But most importantly, she cares about her patients. And that's invaluable.